We'll switch to Eamon Javers. Eamon?
Carl, that's right. Administration officials now pouring some cold water on that Bloomberg report that we told you about a few minutes ago. Bloomberg had reported that administration officials were apparently discussing a limited trade deal with China in which they would lower some tariffs in exchange for Chinese agreements on IP and some other items. I asked a senior administration official if that report was true. The official texted me back 2 words: absolutely not. So officials keen to emphasize here that the president is not giving up his leverage going into that deputies level meeting next week that we expect with the lower level officials between the United States and China discussing the potential trade deal next week, and then leading potentially up to a more senior level official meeting later in the month or in October. So at this point, for that report, official texting me, absolutely not true, Carl.
Absolutely not. I guess that's fairly definitive. Eamon, you know, we were sitting here talking about the headlines from Bloomberg, trying to understand what interim even meant. I guess we don't have to worry about that anymore, do we?
Yeah, I mean, in Washington, you get, non-denial denials. This is just a denial. And we'll go from there. But look, what Bloomberg reported was that there were discussions, right? I mean, among administration officials internally, not that this was offered to the Chinese. So that's a very preliminary step to discuss a preliminary deal internally. I mean, a lot of things get whiteboarded, right? So at what level is this true? This official saying absolutely not true. Bottom line, they want to put the kibosh on this story.
Right.
Well, Eamon, as we get, a couple of weeks away from these talks, I assume we're going to have to brace for more of these reports, pushbacks, as both sides want to enter these talks with some leverage.
Right. And remember, there are a lot of different participants on both sides of this, but particularly on the U.S. side, there are people with a lot of different views of this who are participating in it. So you might get leaks coming from one faction or the other as we go into it, as each side sort of jockeys for ideological supremacy and momentum internally inside the White House, as well as with the Chinese. So there's a lot of moving parts here, and we're going to see a lot of this as we go forward.